Coming up in a few moments, I'll be joined here in the radio booth by the renowned French-Italian tenor Roberto Alagna. We're very excited about him coming to say hi to us and all of you. I'm Deborah Lou Harder here with commentator William Berger. You're listening to Met Opera Radio, Sirius XM, where we bring you live performances from the stage of the Metropolitan Opera throughout the season. Coming up in just a moment, I'll be talking to Roberto Alagna. Stay right here.
Bellezze insiem confonde, ma ne ritrarco sei il mio solo pensiero, il mio solo pensiero sei tu.
That was none other than my guest, Roberto Alagna, singing Recondita Armonia from Act 1 of Tosca. Oh, so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And that was from March 2022 when Roberto was singing Cavaradossi.
It's a great pleasure to be with you tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come
Thank you.
and say
Thank
hi
you.
to our listeners. Well, I wanted to begin by congratulating you, Roberto. This coming Wednesday marks the 28th anniversary of your Met debut.
Not bad.
Yeah, you first sang here as Rodolfo in Puccini's La Bohème back in 1996. How do you feel about having such a long association with this house?
You know, it's strange because it seems it was yesterday. You know, the times fly so fast. And but I'm very happy because, you know, I love this city. I love the Metropolitan Opera. I love to work here. We work all the time in beautiful condition. The audience is fantastic. I felt very well in New York at the Met, and I think I'm lucky to still be here.
And singing such great roles, too.
Yes, a
So
beautiful role. Yeah.
we will talk about that in a little bit, what your secret is to such longevity. Well, you've starred in countless leading tenor roles of the great French and Italian repertoire here, from Don José and Romeo to Rodolfo, and most recently, Cavaradossi and Tosca, as we just heard. Even rarities like Ruggiero and La Rondine, which is currently on our stage. Now you're singing your Met role debut as Calaf in this run of Turandot. With all your breadth of experience, especially with Puccini, what is it like to bring this particular Puccini role to the Met?
This particular role, it's very special here at the Met because of the production of Zeffirelli. Because it's a wonderful production, so amazing. You know, when you are in this production, you feel like a real fairy tale, you know, to be in. And it's wonderful. It's dangerous in the same time, you know, because you have a very, very inclined floor, you know, and you must be careful because everything is green and without light. You know, if I don't put my lens, sometimes it's quite difficult. And also, you know, I have to put bandage in my ankle because I have two ligaments broken,
Oh, I
and I
didn't know
need to
that.
be very careful. But in the same time, it's so wonderful to have such a wonderful costume, and the set. It's amazing. It's so gorgeous, and it's like a medieval China, you know. And Calaf, you know, it's a particular role because we don't know if it's a real hero, if it's a wise man or not. But the vocal range is amazing because you must have a very healthy voice to sing Turandot and Calaf because it's very demanding.
So dramatic.
So dramatic and demanding because it's very heroic. You know, from the beginning, the start, Padre mio padre, oh padre, B flat, and with a big orchestra, the sound of the orchestra, the choir, and but it's beautiful. I like this kind of challenge.
Yes. Oh, that's interesting how you say he comes out right on stage, the beginning of Act One, and he's saving somebody.
Yes.
Who
Yes.
turns out to be his
he
own
recognized
father.
his father because you know we don't know, but I think he is normally the normal successor of the king. You know, and they want to eliminate him. And the father and the dynasty of the family. For this, it's like a unknown prince.
Yes.
You know, and but I like the story. The story it's fantastic. It's a real fairy tale. You know, cruel, but like all the fairy tales. You know, even the Charles Perrault or the brother Grimm's are all the time a little bit cruel in because life is cruel.
Yes.
And you must sometimes learn from that. This kind of fairy tales.
Yes, I know what you mean. You can't have it sort of wishy-washy or
Exactly.
sort of lukewarm. This is really all out, and
It's very,
as shocking as it can be, you feel it really works because of that.
Yes. But in the same time, he's a crazy guy because you know he's losing everything.
Calaf.
And but because of love, he wants to take to take advantage of the situation. He wants to fight for the readers and everything. I think he is very courageous, you know,
Yes.
in front of everybody to risk his life and the life of his father and the Liu too, because she died. You know,
Yes.
she's very brave. This Liu. And so moving this character of Liu. But in the same time, at the end, love is more powerful it's more powerful than everything.
Yes.
Love.
Well, as you play this character, I can really feel you connecting with the heroic nature of Calaf. Does he really fall in love with Turandot the minute he sees her? I mean, it's a fairy tale.
Yes, I think he's attracted by her because of her beauty, her mystery, and also because she's cruel, and he wants to know why. You know, he wants to break the ice of this girl, and but in the same time, I try to do a character very human, and with a sensitivity. When he said, for example, at the beginning, you know, I would like to see her, to curse her, because at the beginning he's
Outraged.
shocked. Because he saw the guy, the Persian, the
Prince.
the prince, and is totally shocked by the situation. But after that, she appeared, and he fell in love with her.
Speaking of sensitivity, right away in Act One, we get to hear Calaf in that extended way for the first time in Non piangere Liu. What do you want to bring to this beautiful aria?
This aria is wonderful because, in fact, it's an aria. At the beginning, it starts very high, you know, with B flat and everything. And this aria, it's lower, the tessitura. After that, you have the B flat, sure. You know, in Puccini, you have all the time top notes. But it's like a leader, like a lullaby
beautiful
for her.
song.
A lullaby to try to
Don't cry.
calm
Don't
her
cry.
and to and in the same time sometimes it's a little bit ashamed about his reaction with this
Turandot.
yeah.
Yes.
We said Turandot, but you know, Rosa Reis, she was the first Turandot with Puccini, with Toscanini, and she said, and we can watch that on YouTube, she said that Puccini and Toscanini said all the time Turandot, without T. And
That's
here
always
we
an
said
argument, yeah.
Turandot. And I think it's right like this. And yes, this Non piangere Liu, maybe I prefer this aria than Nessun Dorma. Sure,
Oh.
Nessun Dorma, it's so exciting because of this end. But the line of Non piangere Liu, it's so touching, so moving. And the words that he used, the lyrics, are beautiful, and also because you have it's like a trio in the in some moments. You know, you have
Yes.
the voice of the father, the voice of Liu coming in, and I think that this aria is beautiful. And after that, you have this big ensemble.
Yes.
After the Non piangere Liu, and it's so powerful, and the finishing with the three notes and the Turandot, Turandot, Turandot. It's fantastic.
Ringing the gong,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, it just completely builds out of that beautiful line. So exciting. Well, the Act Two riddles and duet with Turandot Do. Today, there's so much tension and drama between Calaf and the princess. How are you enjoying singing with your Turandot, Christine Gerke?
Yeah, she's fantastic. She's fantastic because she's in fact we never sang together, and I
really?
discover her. She's full of sense of humor.
Yes.
She dance. She make a lot of fun, you know. And she's a very good colleague. I like her way to make this to interpret the Turandot, because she's not only tough, you know, and very very strong. No, she's also sensitive, and sometimes you can feel the fragility of the girl, of the woman, and it's nice to have this. And I think we had a very very good chemistry, and with our voices, with our eyes. Looking each other, and also the gesture are beautiful. You know, the riddle are like are very theatrical. You know,
Yes,
this
yes.
is the only part very very theatrical, and with this fight between
Lots of
them.
suspense,
Yes,
yes.
but after that, when we start at the end, I love the end of Turandot, composed by.
Alfano.
It's
Yes,
not really Alfano, because in fact the melody is Puccini.
that's true.
This Puccini, because even when Berio composed that, is the same melody.
The alternate
orchestration,
ending.
the orchestration, and some line are composed by Alfano to make the continuity of the story. But in fact, the melody is by Puccini.
The
And it's-
sketches you
yes,
left,
and it's
yes.
beautiful. I love, for example, this moment. You know, oh mio fiore mattutino, mio fiore ti respiro. It's beautiful, so poetic,
Yes,
so
it
charming,
really
and
is.
the melody is so beautiful. And after the strong fight, to have this very sweet moment between Turandot and Calaf, it's amazing.
So we really believe in their love,
Yes,
and the whole
exactly.
story
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, singing those beautiful words and those lines, if you're just joining us, Roberto Alagna, renowned tenor who is singing Calaf at the Met these days, and you are listening to Sirius XM Met Opera Radio. Well, you did mention that you like the first act aria of Calaf a little bit better even than the thing that everyone is waiting for in this opera,
Sure, for
Nessun Dorma.
yeah.
Okay, so everybody is waiting for that. Even people who don't know anything about opera recognize and can
yes.
hum this.
Yes, because it's
Beautiful
a big
aria.
hit now. Today,
Yes.
it became an hit.
Now,
you
do
know?
you think about that? What is your approach to this big moment?
I try to have my own color and the phrasing on this, because otherwise, you know, sure, when we think about Nessun Dorma, we think about Pavarotti.
Yes,
Because Pavarotti bring this aria very famous, you know, for football, for every. It becomes like an anthem, you know. And sure, Pavarotti was fabulous in this aria, you know. I think nobody can sing like him. For this reason, I try to do my own personality on it, you know, my own phrasing. I start also to follow the score, because, for example, you know, you have 2 times ritenuto in tramontate stelle, tramontate stelle. And it's not often when the tenor do that, because, you know, after that you have the B natural to do,
Yes.
and you must be careful.
Have some
because,
energy,
If
yeah.
you give too much there, you can spend too much energy, and after that it will become very, very difficult. But I think this phrase is beautiful to have this, you know, tramontate stelle. This ritenuto is beautiful.
Yes.
And also in the first verse is the same, you know. Ma il mio mistero, I do with no no sulla tua without breath, and after that I take the breath after the phrase, because I think it's very theatrical, and it gives you some power, you know. Sulla tua bocca lo dirò.
Oh, that's
To keep this
great.
also.
I
It's
love
different.
that.
Yeah, because if you do sulla tua bocca lo dirò, it's not the same, you know. Some differences, and I try to do that. It's not easy because you know you are not all the time in good form, in good vocal form, in good health, and everything. But when you have the possibility, it's nice also to try something, even if it's a little bit risky and challenging. But the result can be beautiful.
It's really thrilling. And I can hear, well, we didn't get a chance to talk a lot about vocal health, but you obviously have it. Boy, I'd like to end, because we don't have much time, just talk about, I just have to mention Alexandra Kujak,
She
your
was
wife. She
fantastic.
just finished incredible run of Madame
Yeah.
Butterfly, and also she was singing Liu in this
You
opera.
at the same time, yeah.
Did you get a chance to hear any of her
No, I
performances?
heard on the radio.
On the
thanks,
radio,
thanks the
okay.
radio and the streaming, and she was fantastic, because it was a really tour de force, you know,
Yes.
very, very challenging to do both, and she's very courageous. I think the first quality of Alexandra is that she's very courageous, so musical, you know, because she's a great musician, and she knows exactly what to do with her voice, and the interpretation of Alexandra, it's all the time very touching and moving, you know. She has this quality of giving tenderness in the voice and drama in the same time. The way in which she says the words, the lyrics, are very, very moving, and I'm very proud of her.
And I'm sure she is proud of you, too.
Thank you.
Well, we can't thank you enough, Roberto Alagna, for coming
Thank you.
to
Thank you
speak
very
with
much.
us. We will get to speak on stage on April 14th after your performance of Turandot, and we're going to be broadcasting your performance, of course,
It's a great
right here
pleasure.
on Mid Opera Radio. Now, as we say goodbye, we have another treat to listen to, which is perfect for a day when many of us looked up in the sky at the eclipse. Here is Roberto singing with Alexandra Kujak. They are husband and wife, as you just heard, in an excerpt from the Met Stars concert they performed in 2020, the wonderful Mexican folk song, Cielito Lindo.
Oh, nice.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
Roberto.
Thank you.
Della sierra morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando. Un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, de contrabando. Della sierra morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando. Un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegra, cielito lindo, los corazones.
No llores. I can't not sing along.
Oh, that's Roberto Alagna with Alexandra Kujak in Cielito Lindo from the Met Stars concert in 2020.
And I just complimented him. I complimented her separately on the Spanish. It's so good.
It
Makes
really
me
is.
proud. I told him so.